Premier Racing Setups is the longest running setup shop on iRacing. Our monthly subscription options start as low as $20 a month. We offer setups for dirt oval, asphalt oval, and road racing, covering a wide range of cars and skill levels. Built and tested by top-tier sim racers, this isn't just a business, it's a community of competitive drivers. If you want to better your iRacing experience, head over to PremierRacingSetups.com today. And remember, if you don't get one, you're going to chase one.
iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams, race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
Motorsports and racing cars is a big part of the heritage here at G-Stone Motors. Todd and I have been racing each other for years. I love the one-on-one competition. It comes bottom line, we're all behind each other and support each other with everything we do. I think that says a lot about our company's culture. I'm Vince Quinville, Service Manager at G-Stone Motors.
G-Stone Motors, your family Ford dealership, Route 7 South, Middlebury, Vermont.
Welcome in here tonight, race fans, to the Knoxville Raceway. Here it is, the Outlaw Pro Late Model Series, presented by the Outlaw Dirt Series. We're here tonight, race fans, week number 9 out of the 12-week season. That means we are on the downward slope, that is for sure, here this season. Well, with only a handful of races here tonight at Knoxville, next week at I-55, then we go to Cedar Lake before we wrap things up in the Sunshine State down in Florida. Where does that leave us? Well, not many races, right? Take a look here at the point standings real quick to set the scene here tonight. James Dahl comes in with 840 points underneath his belt. Aiden Lewis, the driver, he may have the most wins this season, but he hasn't been here all season. Aiden Lewis with 730 points coming in. Johnny Tucker is sitting third overall in the championship standings, 670 points, with Brandon Carroll right there nipping on his heel fourth. He has 660. That's the top 4 coming into the night. Those drivers, looking at it, realistically, they do have a shot, all 4 of them, to, well, if they have a couple good weeks, take home a championship. But I really think, if you look at it, it really comes down to the top 2, James Dahl and Aiden Lewis. If Aiden Lewis can continue his hot streak this season, he's going to be nipping on the heels there of James Dahl momentarily. Can James Dahl, though, just continue to put together solid nights, top 5s, top 10s, and hope, well, by the time we get to Florida, that he has enough points in the book, or in the bank, in the books, to go ahead and crown himself a champion. Here tonight, it's going to be strong. 21 cars here tonight logging in to qualify. These drivers currently in their qualifying session with, it looks like, night Wim Hof is the highest, fastest driver on the speed charts with Dylan Coyle right there. We're going to have a handful of, looks like 3 heat races tonight. We're going to go 3 heat races. So what do you say we get down trackside here in Knoxville and get you the starting lineup here tonight for the first heat race this evening? This is how they will line up. He had the quick time. It's going to be car number 48 of Nate Wim Hof. Wim Hof in car 48, starting P number 1 here in heat race number 1. To the outside of him, driving car number 23, that'll be Adam Scott tonight. And back into the third spot, second row inside, car number 55, that'll be Aiden Lewis. And look right alongside him. We're going to see here real quick who unloads off the trailer quick tonight. That'll be car number 90, your points championship leader coming in. That'll be James Dahl. He'll start fourth. It's going to be car number 518 here, starting into the 5th position. That's going to be Joseph Grandy. Grandy starting in 5th. Then it's going to be Elrod in car number 20. Ian Elrod starting back there in the 6th spot with Caleb Quinn in car number 58. He'll start shotgun here in the first heat race this evening. 7 drivers. It's technically 3 to qualify, but looking at it, we're underneath the 23 cars registered here tonight, so all drivers will make the big dance here later on. So everybody looking to try and slot themselves into a good starting spot, and all starts right here in heat race number 1. We got to thank you, race fans, here tonight for tuning in on the Turn 3 Racing Network to catch the racing action here for the Outlaw Dirt Series tonight. The Pro Late Models. Who do you got? I got 8 laps, 7 drivers, all qualify, but looking for a good starting spot into the feature. Wim Hof, Scott, Lewis, Dahl, Elrod, Grandy, and Quinn ready to light the fires here. This time out of 4, pace truck off, green flag in the air here tonight at Knoxville. Great start there by Wim Hof. He'll go to the bottom. Look at Aiden Lewis. He thinks he's in a sprint car. Puts the left front up on the berm. 3 wide just behind him. That's the battle for 3rd, 4th, and 5th onto the speedway. One car going a little bit wide there. The groove ain't quite that high. That'll be car number 23 of Scott. He'll go, oh boy, from starting up front all the way back to the tail. It is Wim Hof, though, leading lap number 1. And look who's just right behind him there. It's car number 55. That's Aiden Lewis. Randy and Dahl back there running into the 3rd and 4th position. Sun shining down on this track. Going to go through a big change a little bit later on. Wim Hof really hiking it up there, putting all that weight back on the right rear tire as he got the left front up over the berm. Doesn't do it down here in 3 and 4. Let's see, it'll be another lap off the board. 5 to go here at the big track at Knoxville. Heat race number 1 looking good for these drivers. Quinn into the wall. Sorry, that's Elrod into the wall. Quinn trying to stay out of him. Scott into Quinn. Make it 3 wide with damage on the 23. That's the battle back there for the 5th, 6th, and 7th spot, respectively, on the speedway. You can tell every spot matters. That's why they were just jockeying and they got into it. Take a look back at the front of the field as they come off turn number 4 once again. Wim Hof out front. Lewis, Grandy, and Dahl. That's how the top 4 are currently stacked up. Scott able to get around Elrod. Elrod back around Scott. You can see that battle as they come out of the corner. It's 3 laps to go. The old popsicle sticks will come this time by. Wim Hof taking the popsicle sticks there. Look at Grandy. He is closed in on Lewis. That's the battle for the 2nd spot. There you see the 518. Joseph making, I believe, his first start of the season. I could be wrong. I don't see him on my stat sheet here. White silk into the air. It's the final trip around here in heat race number 1. Little kiss of the back straightaway wall there for Lewis, trying to get everything he can. Big old bomb dive, not gonna make Wim Hof Wentz at all. He'll take the checkered flag. It'll be Wim Hof, Lewis, Randy, Dahl, Quinn, Scott, and Elrod. Great first heat race here this evening. Have to see what the 2nd and 3rd heat race this evening have in show. Well, look at that. Dustin out there always looking out for us. Not sure where I got 23 cars on the stat sheet. 18 going to the feature, if that tells me. Uno, Doses, and Traces will end up going home tonight after a feature. Second heat race going to line up like this. Car number 81 will start on the front row. That'll be Dylan Coyle. To the outside of him, Brandon Schultz. And then it's going to be the 71 of Robert Clements. Chris Thibodeau back in racing action. Car number 14 will start from the third spot. Then it's going to be Chris Rittenhouse right alongside him. Peyton Anderson, the Tire King, will then go ahead and start back into the sixth spot. And Donnie Thibodeau back here tonight will start shotgun to the field. So with our correction here tonight, race fans, who's going to get in, who's not going to get in? We will have that last chance qualifier coming up just a little bit later on. 3 drivers are going home here from the big dance. We've already seen 7 of those drivers out onto the speedway. We got another 7 locked right onto your screen, ready to go another 8 laps. Well, hey, would you look at that? Dustin does happen to be right. You know, every once in a while, Dustin gets a thing or two right around here. It is definitely 18. Where we wrote that number down, we don't know. One day we'll get him right. That's why we got Dustin out there, right? We'll keep him around. Ready to go this time. It'll be Coyle, Shots, Thibodeau, Clements, Rittenhouse, Anderson, and Thibodeau. That's the field as they come by us here on the back straightaway. Next time they come by us, we're going to be flying by. Ready to rock, ready to roll. Slow, nice, and easy start here for these drivers. Coyle going to lead us into 1-1. Driver bouncing off the inside there. That is that white 44. That is Chris Thibodeau. He got the left front buried into the berm, and it made him bouncing like a Bronco. Did it again down at 3 and 4. One driver hard into the wall. That's the 44 of Chris Rittenhouse. There you see him. He got it up into the wall. Everybody able to get away with it, but it is Coyle leading lap number 1. Brendan there in second. Thibodeau down on the bottom side. Rob able to get that number 71 up and around him. Hustled him around the high side. Just kind of holding on to her right now. 5 to go this time by at the stripe. Look at that 71. Boy, did he get that car pointed towards the sky that time in 1 and 2. Into 3 and 4. There goes side by side. A little contact there. A little kiss from that right rear. That's going to put Thibodeau back just about 2-3 car lengths as they head down to the next set of corners. Peyton Anderson, it's been a while since we've seen the number 43A. Oh, hold on to a Rittenhouse. Written that one right up to the outside wall. Sometimes this berm is not very friendly here at Knoxville. We just saw that happen to Chris Rittenhouse. He did a slap wheelie almost. At the front of the field, though, there it is. Car number 81, Coyle. All alone, a 1.4 second gap back to, there it is, car 34. So right now it's Coyle, Shots, Clements. That's the top 3 as the white flag is up. Looking like Coyle going to pick up another heat race win here this season. Every time that 81 steps onto the speedway, oh, he's got a fast setup underneath him. So Coyle will pick up the win. It'll be Shots. And at the line, it'll be the 71. So Coyle, Shots, Clements all locking themselves in. Thibodeau, Anderson, Thibodeau, and Rittenhouse to a last chance qualifier. Huh. Hope you all had to hold on for that one. Another one coming our way, and they will line up like this. Starting in the front row with this one, it's going to be the number 7 of Rumsey. That's Ian Rumsey in number 7. He'll start P number 1. To the outside of him, Cliff Durskell. In car number 63, then it'll be Jay Henderson. Scotty Dobbs. Back there in P number 4. P5, Dustin Burchett. And car number 4, Jordan Longson. Starting back there, he'll start 6th, and Brooks Campbell. Campbell in car number 516, starting shotgun to the field. There you see your race leader. He'll bring us down. That's car number 7. Ian Rumsey. Seen him in a part-time outfit this season here on the Outlaw Dirt Series Tour. Do you have him? Or maybe you got Dobbs from row number 2. Longson back there in row 3. See him in the green number 4. Kool-Aid Jr. on the side of that number 4 here tonight. But we're ready. Lock loaded. This time by dropping the hammer. Who do you have? Who do you think can get it done? They may not be your favorite, but you know they got some quick cars out there. Just waiting to see that groove go all the way to the fence. Green flag is up. Everybody on the loud pedal. Here we go. Good through turns 1, out of turn 2, 1 into the fence. That's the number 4. He keeps on going. Look at the dust flying. 1 straight across. I believe that was the 516. Actually, I'm being told, nope, it was the 57. Dustin from the guy out there. He's got a bright car. You couldn't miss that move. Gonna have to use the water truck a little bit later on. Out front, no car. Well, on the scoring, it's car number 7 out there onto the speedway. Car number 25 of Rumsey. Rumsey and Durskell is back there in second. Look at him in that 63. He's closing in. Sorry, 60. Is that 68 or 63? That is a 63. Got the old chrome House of Speed colors on there. Gives you that throwback vibe. Henderson is back there holding off Dobbs. Dobbs taking a look back down to the inside, though. Oh, Dobbs and Henderson, a little contact, trading a little bit of that wrap that time through 3 and 4. Just 4 laps to go already here in this heat race. Longson's now back into the picture. Brooks just behind them. Dustin falling back just a little bit off the pace there. Race leader's picking up 3 to go. Rumsey's been able to hold off that number 63. Looks like Rumsey having a little bit of a connection issue to our server currently. That's why you saw him blink in and out, but it'll still be 2 to go. 2 to go as they wind them up. Who has the hot shoe? Rumsey's looking good down in 3 and 4. Durskell looks good in 1 and 2, though. Durskell closing in that time through 3 and 4, though, as the white silk is up. It'll be the final trip around the speedway. Watch those top 2. It's a guaranteed starting spot, and your start 3rd if you can pick up this win. At the line drag race, Ian Rumsey. So it'll be Rumsey, Durskell, Longson, Henderson, Campbell, Burchett, and Dobbs. That's how they will all come through there. That was a good one. Straight to the finish line here tonight. Those were just heat races, race fans. That means we have another race coming up here just a moment. And that's to figure out who the 3 that aren't going to make the big dance here tonight are. So that was what would you call a preview, right? We already have Wim Hof, Coyle, and Rumsey as your heat race winners here tonight. They know their fate, and they know their starting spots. The last chance qualifier will look like this. Starting on the front row here, the last chance qualifier. It's your points championship leader coming into the evening. Car number 90, that'll be James Dahl. He'll start on the front row. To the outside of him, car number 44, it'll be Chris Thibodeau. Jay Henderson in the number 18 will roll from the 3rd spot here tonight. Caleb Quinn in car number 58 will roll from 4th. It's the Peyton Anderson, the Tire King, number 43A. He'll start 5th. And Brooks Campbell in the 516 will roll from 6th. Adam Scott in car number 23 will roll from the 7th starting spot, while Donnie Thibodeau in the 326 will roll from 8th. Starting back into the 9th spot in his yellow machine, that's the number 75, Dustin Burchett. How about Elrod? Car number 20 didn't have the heat race that he wanted here tonight. He'll start deep in this one. It'll be 10th for Elrod. Chris Rittenhouse in car number 44 will roll from the 11th spot, while Scott Dobbs will start in the 12th and final starting spot. Top 9 drivers to advance. Taking 9 drivers here, 3 will go home. So the bottom 3 tonight is not where you want to be. You want to be here when the lights kick on, because that's when the stars and the cars come to play. So you got to get through the last chance qualifier here tonight. And I'm looking at it. You can make a bid for any of these drivers, all 12 of them. This could be a feature event right here alone. But unfortunately, we're going to send 3 of them home. Just looking them over one final time. Heat is in it. We are ready. Put 12 laps on your paper scoring sheet. Because here we go for 12 laps, your last chance qualifier tonight. Oh, race leader. Thibodeau was down on the bottom side. He was bouncing around like he got that Bronco hops going. 3 wide back here. That's Scott and Anderson and Quinn. Lap 1 going to go to James Dahl as they come flying by. So it's Dahl and Chris Thibodeau pulling away early in this one. Trying to get out of Dodge here tonight. Back into the Hornet's Nest, though. Right on the cut line. Dobbs and Campbell. Burchett and Rittenhouse. Right now, Campbell in as Budweiser, king of beers. Caution. One of them up against the... Oh, boy. We got a turtle. We had a turtle here at Knoxville, and it was Peyton Anderson. And there's no tires out there. Take a look back here if we can. Oh, just into the wall, nowhere to go. I'm not sure who that was. Was that Quinn? It was Caleb Quinn into the outside wall. See if we can get another angle at that one. Watch the 58 right there. The tan... Yeah, I just got up into the wall, and everybody is such a fast speedway here. Anderson just nowhere to go. Right on board with the Tire King. Ended up in a heap. That's what puts us under the first caution flag of the evening. Now, race hens, if you're wondering if Anderson is done, no, he's not. The laps here tonight under caution do not count just like any other night. And he does have, what's called as a backup car. Quick repair, a fast repair, however you want to say it. A reset, where you can pull a brand new car off the hauler. And he can tag the back of the field, so we're going to give him some courtesy laps here, see if we can get him back out onto the speedway, see if he can get a chance to lock himself into the big dance, the big show. If you hear race cars in the background of my microphone, race fans, that's because I'm home here in Kutztown, Pennsylvania, and we got the USAC sprint cars, if you will, the non-wing, here in town, just a few blocks away, but I decided to be here with you friends instead of being at the races. Sunday night, we all have to go to work tomorrow, right? But they can play that music all night long of race cars in my ear. Who doesn't love listening to race cars? Love going to the racetrack, love hearing them. I could fall asleep to them. But we got these drivers out there in the pro late models. Ready to go. Lights are out. Every car's back out onto the racetrack. Here we go. One driver making a slide. Believe that was the 20. It was of Elrod. He was able to slide in and find a home. Right behind them, Dobbs trying to hang on. Rittenhouse, Campbell right now, the car on the bubble in the King of Beers. Anderson's already picked up one, picked up two now, and trying to get himself back into a qualifying spot. Has to watch out, a little bumping and banging there from Rittenhouse and the Campbell entry. Campbell and Rittenhouse get together. That'll open up the door. There goes Peyton Anderson. He'll now find himself into a transfer spot. Rittenhouse having some problems in the blue and black number 44. Zooming out so you can see it. Very dusty here tonight at Knoxville. One driver also having some problems. Looks like Caleb Quinn's car just not quite up to snuff since getting that damage. He has now found himself on the outside looking in. Fastest lap last time by your race leader. James Dahl setting the pace here. It'll be just 5 more times around the Knoxville Raceway in this last chance qualifier. It's Dahl, Thibodeau, Henderson. Oh, one driver back there. That's Donnie Thibodeau. One going to the inside wall, and he is up and over. That is Ian Elrod. We stay green for the time being. Elrod was in a transfer spot with Dobbs, as now the caution lights are on for the second time here tonight at Knoxville. Dobbs and Elrod going for a huge ride. This is how it happened. Battling with Thibodeau. Thibodeau into Elrod, and then Elrod just down the speedway. Nowhere to go for Dobbs. Kind of an innocent bystander, if you will. Right on board. This is with Dobbs in car number 29, riding right alongside Shotgun Picture Frame. Just had nowhere to go. On board here with Elrod from his point of view. He's the one that had the wild ride. Sky, ground, sky, ground. And he comes back to rest. But that car absolutely destroyed and tore up. So he'll have to go to the infield and see if he can pull out a backup car. It's worked out for Peyton Anderson. Where is Anderson? There you see that Longhorn. He's up to already running in the 6th position just after a handful of laps of coming back from the infield with a brand new number 43A. So hopefully Elrod can come back out. He was in a transfer spot. Dobbs is back out onto the speedway. He's at the tail of the field. Brand new number 29 for him. There's the race leader. Has led since the drop of the green flag here tonight. Can he lead the final ones? Yeah, I hear a new sound of a motor out there. That's one driver trying to catch up to the back of the field. There's Elrod in car number 20, so he's back out there. Right now, the final driver in is car number 75. That's Dustin Merchant. Merchant, the final car currently sitting in. Looks like we're go single file restart here. Everybody tucked up nose to tail behind the iRacing.com Silverado pace truck. He will find his way to the safety of the infield, and we're going to turn him loose. Pace truck off. Here we go. Dahl will bring us back. Great start by Dahl and Thibodeau. Henderson looking sporty. Pile up down the back straightaway. The 516 into the outside wall. Dobbs into the outside wall. We stay green for the time being. We'll see if the officials see anything out there onto the speedway. Dahl trying to hustle back around to see if he can get the white silk, because if he can get the white silk, he can finish this one off. Thibodeau tried to make a move. One car getting to the infield there. That'll be Scott Dobbs. He'll be off the racetrack. White silk in the air. Dahl trying to find a home here in the LCQ. Thibodeau falling back just a little bit out of turn number 4 for the final time. It'll be Dahl, Thibodeau, Henderson, Scott, Anderson, Quinn, Rittenhouse, Burchett, Elrod, all making it. Thibodeau, Campbell, and Dobbs all will have to watch from their haulers here tonight. What a last chance qualifier. That's not it though, race fans. We still have 40 laps here tonight. That's a feature race coming up in just a couple of moments. You see that just by the flip of a switch, a snap of the finger. The lights come on. The stars are going to come out onto the speedway. They're going to work it in a little bit. Final touches to their machines, and we're going to set them loose here tonight at Knoxville. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back here for that feature.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof
Nick McDonough, one of the co-owners of Woodware. I work with Drew and my dad Brian, and we've been here for a long time. We have a great relationship with G-Stone Motors. They've always taken great care of us. I remember when I was a kid riding in G-Stone box trucks. The G-Stone service department has been great. They get us back on the road as soon as we need. If we don't have our vehicles, we're not doing business, and so they always make sure that we're able to operate, at our highest level. It's been a great relationship.
G-Stone Motors, your family Ford dealership, Route 7 South, Middlebury, Vermont.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Welcome back, race fans. Which driver is going to the Rib Shack? Which drivers is going to Casey's? Which driver is going to Dingus? We're going to find that all out here in just a couple of moments because we are ready. We got the drivers, the 18 drivers that are here ready to roll tonight for 40 laps of the feature racing competition here tonight for the Outlaw Dirt Series. They got the pro late models out here on the scene, and Wim Hof's going to have himself a good starting spot. Coyle and Rumsey will join him in the first 3 positions. We're going to find out the rest of that starting field here in just a couple of moments. We got to thank you, race fans, for tuning in here tonight on the Turn 3 Racing Network to watch all these drivers compete. And your loved ones, your friends, your local hero, your superstars are all ready to battle it out here tonight for 40 laps. Oh, let's get that starting lineup now as we start to see the cars make their way to the grid. This is how we will roll off tonight for that 40-lap feature event. Starting P1, he won heat race number 1, car number 48. That'll be Nate Wimhoff. Wimhoff in car 48, starting P number 1. To the outside of him, it's going to be car number 81. That'll be Dylan Coyle. Coyle starting P number 2. Inside row number 2, then driving car number 7, that'll be Ian Rumsey. And how about the driver that's been picking up the wins left and right and center? It's going to be car number 55 of Aidan Lewis, who will roll from 4th. Brendan Schultz in car number 34. Schatz in car 34, rolling from 5th. And then it's going to be Driscoll in car number 63, rolling from 6th. Grandy, that's Joseph Grandy in car number 518. He'll roll from 7th. Starting 8th, car number 71, that'll be Robert Clements. Jordan Longson in car number 4 making his first start. He'll start 9th, and then it's the drivers that all had to come out of that last chance qualifier. Starting 10th, it'll be James Dahl in car number 90. Chris Thibodeau in car 44 will roll from the 11th starting spot. Car number 18 of Jay Henderson tonight will roll from 12th. And starting back in 13th, that'll be the number 23 of Adam Scott. Peyton Anderson in the 43A Tire King will start 14th. Caleb Quinn, car number 58. We saw him have some issues earlier on here tonight. He'll come from way deep. It'll be 15th starting spot for him tonight. That'll be Chris Rittenhouse. Car number 44 will start in 16th. 17th and car number 75, that'll be Dustin Burchett, where he has to turn left here, sweetie. And starting into the 18th spot, Elrod, car number 20, did make the transfer. One driver not making the call here. I'm being told he's being fitted right now. Car number 55 of Aidan Lewis. He was over at Dingus. Had to stop at Casey's on the way back. And, well, now he's late to the driver's meeting. He'll start from pit road here tonight. They will let him out there. So if you are an Aidan Lewis fan, he is going to start from the tail, and he's going to start from pit road. He's going to be looking to try and get his foot through the floorboard and catch the tail of this field. So who do you got? All 18 drivers will take the green flag here tonight. It's going to be a good one, race fans. Nothing better than Sunday night dirt track racing here on iRacing from the Knoxville Raceway. Green flag coming. Let's go racing. Wim Hof goes to the outside. That'll be Rumsey down low there, digging, but it'll be Coyle coming out. It's Wim Hof, Coyle, Driscoll, Rumsey as they come out of turn number 4. 1 lap in the books, and it's going to go to that number 48, Wim Hof. Battle here. That is for the 5th and 6th position. The outside there, that is going to be Joseph Grandy. To the inside of the 34. Shots. Grandy takes it for the time being. Going to see if his car will come in here. Looking back a little bit, the green number 4. Jordan Longson. Locked in a 3-wide battle with Adam Scott and Chris Thibodeau. Here comes Thibodeau on the inside. See how the track has already started to migrate to the top side of the speedway. Still got fireworks going on here in Knoxville. The budget is unlimited. Out front, though, Wim Hof has started opening up about a half-second race lead over Coyle. Driscoll still locked there with that old school field number 63. Rumsey having a little problem back there. Everybody to the top side. Very different track that we have here compared to what we had during our heat races in last chance qualifying, where those drivers were down to the bottom. Some of them were able to go to the top side of the speedway. You see a battle back here. Clements and Anderson. James Dahl just ahead of them. Dahl's been able to pick up 2 spots. Biggest mover so far tonight, though, just ahead of him. That is Jay Henderson in car number 18. Beautiful looking 51 speed entry. He goes down to the bottom. You see right behind him, everybody, those 3 cars locked together momentarily, all went to the top side. Anderson looked like he wanted to go to the bottom side there. Not able to do it, though. Just kind of tucked back in line right now. Remember, these drivers all back here running 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th, respectively. Full of action through the field. Go back even farther, you can find these 2 drivers. That's Jordan Longson and Adam Scott side by side. They were able to figure it out, and just behind them, Quinn Thibodeau. .30 laps to go already, and it is Wim Hof, Coyle, Driscoll, Rumsey, and Grandy. Slider there from Driscoll. That'll put him into 2nd over Coyle. You can see how you can tell Coyle was holding up that outside lane because you got 5 cars just kind of stacked together there, and Wim Hof kind of out there on his own. Is somebody playing possum, though? Is somebody holding back here early on? You just never know with some of these dirt drivers what kind of cards they are holding. Look back in the field a little bit farther. There's Scott trying to make that pass on Longson. He will do it. That'll put Longson back to running in the 13th spot. Dropped 4 spots since the drop of the green flag. Hey, there's Aiden Lewis, race fans. He is back into the 18th position currently. Timing and scoring on my screen showing him 1 lap down. Not sure if that's 100% true or not. But we're keeping an eye on that here and see how it plays out, as we're going to be 5 laps away from halfway home. It's been all Wim Hof, but look at Driscoll. He has now closed the gap. He is there. One into the outside wall there. I believe that was Rumsey. Rumsey in the 25 got a little piece of the outside retaining wall out of turn number 2 last time. He's the middle car of this group of 3. Looks like the 81 of Coyle just tight getting in. Here comes Rumsey. He's going to try and take it down to the inside. Slider incoming from the 25. He'll do it. Here comes the 81 of Coyle. Crossover attempt. Battle heating up for the race lead, too. 81 of Coyle. I thought he was going to go for a slider, but he actually went to the bottom, and he stuck it right to the bottom. That car looks pretty good down there. See how it works through 3 and 4. Not as good as it was down in 1 and 2. Oh, what a hole for Coyle to slide up into. He literally just split some hairs to get up there in between Rumsey and Grandy. Nothing's changed at the front. Still Wim Hof and Durskell. I'm watching them out the corner of the old eye. Watching these drivers, they were throwing the sliders, and then they kind of backed it off. There's the race leader. We're getting halfway home this time. Halfway in, halfway to go. Wim Hof has led them all so far, but Durskell looks to be the fastest car on the speedway. He's been able to pick up 4 spots. The driver, though, that I'm looking at on this scoring sheet right now, that number 20, Elrod, in car number 20, had some problems in the heat race, had some problems in the last chance qualifier, did get himself locked in, started 18th technically on scoring, and he's already up into 8th. Shows you that he does have a fast hot rod. So plus 10 spots for Elrod. Anderson back here, he's got plus 5 running in 9th. He's the second highest running driver, along with Jay Henderson, who is currently running there in 7th place, also picking up 5 spots. The night's not over, that's for sure. A lot of racing left, as we said. We're just halfway in, plus 3. I know you're not watching soccer. It's not 90 plus how many minutes. One driver having some problems there. Car number 23, that is Adam Scott. Going into the wrong direction here. He is now back into the 11th spot. He picked up some spots early. And now he lost one. Now he's trying to hold off Dahl. Dahl trying to cross back underneath. Go to the bottom side. Big slider from him that time, and he'll clear the number 23 of Adam Scott, who's lugging down to the bottom side. That's the number 44 of Chris Thibodeau. Thibodeau trying to make the bottom side work for himself. One driver having some problems here. The caution lights are on. One driver into the outside wall. Oh, boy. It's the number 20 of Elrod. Elrod was plus 10. And now you found a fine time to leave me, Tire. We'll have to look back here and see what happened to Elrod. Elrod battling with the 18. He was high, he was in the fluff, and then that fluff will get you. Wheel folded underneath. What a shame there for the number 20 of Elrod, who was having one heck of a run. See it again. Just 4 in the fluff, and the thing didn't turn. Came out of turn number 2 and stuck it into the wall. So that's the first caution flag of the evening. So that'll slow us down. That'll bunch us back up. So far, Nate Wim Hof has been the race leader. Cliff Driscoll, though, has been pretty quick. Coyle has a pretty good car. Looks a little tight. Maybe can make an adjustment here. Maybe he figured out where his car likes to be. Rumsey is being scored in 4th. That's how they're going to come back to the green flag. They will double them back up. Everybody back out there, so we're ready to go. Lights are out on the iRacing.com Silverado already here. Yep, just looking it over one final time myself. Green flag, here it comes. Rumsey going for the race lead on Wim Hof. He'll slide it in. He'll slide across the nose. He has it down the back straightaway. Here comes Wim Hof, though. He'll throw the slider in 3 and 4. He'll throw the slider. He'll take the race lead back. Drag race as Rumsey crossing him over. He will not. Wim Hof leading that one at the line. Here comes the 25, though. He'll throw the slider. He'll have it now this time. Can he hold it down the back straightaway? Here comes the 48. He'll go to the inside of 3 and 4. Big slider for the 48. He'll bank it off the cushion. He'll get into the outside wall. 3 wide just behind them. They will squeeze the 81 a coil. They squeezed him, they pushed him, and they all kept it going. Rumsey being scored as the race leader, but here comes now the 518. Grandy down to the bottom side. Wim Hof has fallen back to third. First time we've had a new race leader at the line. Rumsey now leading the way with 11 to go. We'll see the double high fives next time, but Rumsey having some problems down there into the outside wall through 1 and 2. Well, able to keep his right foot in it. Look at shots down to the bottom. 1 into the outside wall. Caution lights. We're going to get the caution flag here as one was into the wall. I believe that was the 44 of Rittenhouse. It was the black and blue, number 44. Let's see, Rittenhouse goes down to the corner, and it doesn't quite turn. Rittenhouse tried to scurry to the infield, but there was a lot of cars coming. That's why the officials threw the quick yellow flag there, right on board with Rittenhouse. Wild ride for him. Rittenhouse was able to get to the infield there, and that means he will be able to use that fast repair, and he will get back out there. Sim, try lowering the bit rate that you're trying to watch it on. Sometimes we've noticed that our good friends at YouTube have problems with the 1440. Everything looking pretty good on our end here. Looking good like the racing we've seen here tonight at Knoxville. Everybody's still out there. A lot of racing left. Aiden Lewis back on the lead lap, by the way, race fans. Ready to go. Rumsey says, now's the time you can chase me to turn 1. Green flag. Look at the move by shots down to the bottom. They were 3 wide, and now Grandy going to go down there. 4 wide down the back straightaway. Don't tell him it ain't going to work. Oh, man, one of them around. 1 around, 2 around, 3 around, 1 up, 1 over. Man, a couple of them quickly to pit road. I believe the up and over one was the number 44 of Chris Thibodeau. Looks like he'll be able to come down. Look at him, 4 wide, 5 wide. Thibodeau went around nowhere for the 20 of Elrod to go. Quinn also involved. With Thibodeau. Got tagged and around he went. That's just the uncomfortable feeling. Man. Now the good thing is, yes, the caution flag did come out, but the good thing, all drivers should be able to carry on here. Nothing terminal on any of them. They all pulled away. There's a handful of laps left in this one. Should be under 10 to go, so we should go single file. I could be wrong. Wouldn't be the first time, right? Rumsey as the race leader. Grandy, Wimhoff, Driscoll, Schatz, Coyle, Henderson, Anderson, Dahl, and Lewis, the top 10 drivers. I think we should have at least one more lap here before we go back racing. Just checking everything over, making sure everybody's in the right spots. Want to give you race fans the best show that we can hear from these drivers. Now you see them getting a little tighter. So with all the drivers still out there on the raceway, it could be anybody's chance to pick up the victory. Rumsey, Grandy, Wemhoff, Driscoll, Schatz. The top 5 ready to go this time out of 4. Pace truck in. Green flag. Here we go. 3 wide already back there for second. They cool it down. They go single file down the back straightaway. Everybody trying to get them wound back up. Eight laps the official here. 8 laps remaining. Battle by Wimhoff and Grandy for that second spot. Second and third. Caution lights. Rumsey not happy about these caution lights. One driver having to pull it down. Looks like that's Joseph Grandy. Not sure if something happened to Grandy. He was not the reason for the caution flag, though. Being told something towards the back. Oh, the 75, Dustin Burchett. A couple cars coming together. It looked like they were about to go around, but everybody was able to gather it up. Right there you see the contact on the left-hand side. Rittenhouse and Burchett. And then Clements took a scenic route down the back straightaway. So a very late race yellow here. Going to bunch us back up. Rumsey had already taken off. He was starting to check out for the race lead. Wimhoff was holding off Driscoll and Schatz and Coyle. Looks like Joseph Grandy has called it an evening possibly here. He is on the infield. He just ended up pulling that one through the opening here on the front straightaway. Everybody lined up, everybody ready. Biggest mover so far here tonight is Anderson in car number 43. No tires for him to hit in the feature event, so he has been slowly working his way forward. Lights are out, we're ready to roll. Rumsey bringing us back. Slow and steady around the top side. Rumsey pulling a good start there. Wimhoff holding second. One almost into the outside wall. That was Jay Henderson off of turn number 2. Six to go and looking like Aiden Lewis trying to see if he can snag a top 5. Just got around Jay Henderson and Peyton Anderson. This time by, it'll be 5 fingers in the air. It'll be 5 more times. One driver having some problems down on the bottom side. That's that 63. He was into the back end of the 81 of Coyle. Rumsey saw 5 to go with Wimhoff. They have checked out away from the battle for that third and final podium position. The 81 of Coyle has it. Dursky would like it. Aiden Lewis is there. Schatz is there. Henderson is there. Anderson is there. One slip could take you from a podium outside the top 10 very easily here tonight. Coyle still has it, trying to hold that 34 down. Shots trying to get the nose underneath him, see if he can get the position. Just not quite able to get there. Aiden Lewis going up there. He'll throw the slider line on himself, and he'll bounce it off the cushion with 3 to go. Let's see the old popsicle sticks. It'll be 2 more times. Contact for third. Shots trying to get the 81 up out of the groove. Popsicle sticks up, though. It'll be 2 more times. 1 mile of racing left here at Knoxville. 1 mile of racing, and Aiden Lewis had to hit the hooks going down to the turn. Number 1 almost ran into the back of the number 81 of Coyle. One driver pulling to the infield. That is going to be Chris Thibodeau. His night's going to be over here at Knoxville. It's more contact for third. More contact, holding the 81 down. Here comes now the 55 of Aiden Lewis. He'll waltz on through. Shots making contact with Coyle, and those two fighting over it, and they're still fighting down the back straight away, but it is all going to be Rumsey here tonight picking up the win. It's Rumsey, Wimhoff, Lewis, Deskell, Coyle, Dahl, Henderson, Shots, Lawrenson, Anderson, the top 10. What a race here tonight. There's your winner unofficially here tonight, Rumsey, picking up the dub. Still trying to catch my breath as what an ending here tonight. Caution flags maybe got us a little bit, but there's your winner. There's second, and there's third. We're going to talk to them in just a couple of moments. Race fans, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with the podium drivers here tonight.
Simulated racing can be awesome, but it can also be kind of a free-for-all. Interestingly, auto racing faced the same problem in its earlier days. Whether it was on the back roads, the beaches, or the city streets, the racing was always fun. But there was always a certain level of chaos or danger until some folks came along and put some order to all of this. Stuff like official racetracks, regulations about weight and equipment, and enforcement of standards. That's what gave us high-speed excitement, fast-paced action, and photo finishes. That's when racing became racing. The guys over at iRacing.com have made the same transformation in the world of sim racing. See, iRacing analyzes the performance and results of each driver in every race, so you can be sure you're always placed in races where the competition will be tight and that those reckless drivers who ruin it for us all will be kept in the pits. Not to mention that with members in over 130 countries already in their vast community, you can find races day and night, so you can always get in the action. You can even join a league of your favorite series and work your way up to one of 7 world championships, offering over $500,000 in prize money. And since updates are always automatic, you don't have to worry about software and can focus on the track. Zip up your fire suit and check out iRacing.com.
Welcome back here to Knoxville, race fans. 40 laps of feature racing in the books here for the Outlaw Pro Late Model Series presented by the Outlaw Dirt Series. 3 wide, 4 wide, and 5 wide here tonight at one point. But don't listen to me any longer talk about it. What do you say we head trackside here and talk with the driver who picks up the W here tonight, the driver of that number 25 of Ian Rumsey. Rumsey, a great run for you. First half of the race, you were second. You ran second to Wim Hof for quite a while. What did you learn there in the first half of this race that then you were able to use to get the race lead and try to run away?
Yeah, I think I was a little farther back than second, but I was definitely just riding the whole race, just kind of keeping my stuff clean. I know there was a couple of wrecks, but I rode behind Dylan Cole for a while, but eventually got by him, and then that caution come out and just kind of closed us all up.
Track here tonight in the feature started at the top, worked its way back to the bottom. Where did this car, though, really like to roll?
It was definitely ripping up top. There was a good berm up there, but once it got to the bottom there, I went a little slider line around the bottom. I knew it was going to fall back down eventually, but it definitely felt good on the bottom there for the last 10.
Talking about the last 10, a couple caution flags there inside the last 10 laps here tonight. Were they playing mind games with you? Were you getting worried?
No, I wasn't really looking back, just trying to hit my line real good. But I did hit the berm one time, and I thought I was done for. But I looked back in my mirror and had a little gap, so I just gathered it up and took off again.
Hammer down and don't worry about them behind you. I love it here tonight. So what do you say? Let's roll the red carpet out here for you tonight, and let's hear who you got to thank that makes this car as fast as she is.
Gotta thank everybody at the Outlaw Saloon, all the buddies, CFM for the sets, and just all the guys. We hang out and have a good time racing. But Devin Cole there, he was watching me at the end, kind of helping me a little bit. But yeah, just car was awesome.
His car was awesome. It was fast, that's for sure here tonight. Rumsey picking up the W here in Knoxville. The driver that finished second, well, you lead 40 laps here tonight, Nate. The car, though, what did you need at the end?
I just needed to stay consistent. I was kind of making on starting pole and the way this track was with just being top dominant, how it was. I just kind of figured hopefully I'd gamble on and just rip the top and hopefully stay out there. After that first caution, it just threw it, just everything at me. Ian had a good slider and started to work around everyone when we're all packed up like that, and got lucky enough to stay up front, and lucky enough to the point where I was able to get around Grandy. I apologize for the door on that one restart. I kind of got nervous and dumped the cushion and got tight, but then luckily single file and was able to roll the bottom and keep the second.
Second late in this one. A lot of caution flags, though, came out. Late in this one, were you thinking possibly a wicket slider into one, maybe able to get up underneath Rumsey?
Possibly if I could have the chance. I was kind of confused, was kind of wondering how I was going to do with, I felt like my tires were burned off. It was all of us just bunched back up together. I just didn't know what top was going to be like, or at the bottom came back in with colder tires, and which he did, and all the cautions really threw a lot of the plans out the door.
Well, the plans here tonight weren't to finish second. It was to pick up the W. What is it going forward here? We're going to see you next week, possibly. I believe it's I-55.
I-55 is one of my tricky tracks, and it will be interesting to see how this goes. Kind of hit or miss track for me, so guess we'll see.
Well, you never know. Well, hey, what do you say we let you get out of here tonight? Great seeing you. Who's on the car?
I'd like to shout out to Outlaw for throwing on this race. It was a fun race. Shout out to my team, Midwest Sim Sports. A lot of help. CFM for the setups, and Midwest again to help tweak these setups and make these fast and be able to be out front all the time. And Ace and Nates for the wrap, for good looking wrap.
It's a good-looking hot rod. It was fast for 40 laps, and then after that, Wim Hof fell back a little bit. He did rally late, though, to pick up Pete number 2. A driver that had, an interesting night will finish into Pete number 3, car number 55, Aiden Lewis. Aiden, you came into the hot streak. You looked like you were supposed to have a pretty good starting spot tonight. What happened?
Oh, yeah, maybe if I started the race, that probably would have helped a lot, but I don't know. I don't really know what happened. I clicked the little button to start the race at 10 seconds left, and it threw me in the pits. So I don't know exactly what happened there, but, we always battle back around here, so,
Things happen, that's for sure. How did you come through the field, though? Because we're talking about what happened late in this one, but how did you come through the field to put yourself in a position late in this one?
Just that first caution. I needed that caution, way earlier. Have more laps to kind of go through the field, but I only had about 15 laps left to go through the field from the back, so I don't know. I think if I had just more time, I probably could have gotten up there, but I don't know. I felt great, though. Car felt great.
Feels
felt
great.
Everywhere.
Feels great, looks great. I guess you can say whatever you got to say there. But late in this one, a couple drivers battling with, I believe it was 4 laps to go. Get together. You're running into that 5th, 6th area. What were you thinking when you got to 3rd?
I don't know. I don't think I was gonna catch like 1st and 2nd in like 1 lap, to be honest. But I was just trying to get to 3rd at least. Like I was fine with finishing 3rd from dead last. So, just trying to get at least top 3.
Well, you talk about 3 races left. You're still 2nd in the points championship championship standings. Leaving here, I-55, Cedar Lake, Volusia. Where are we making up the rest of the points?
Ooh, I don't know. Cedar Lake's one of my favorite tracks on the entire game, to be honest. But I-55, I'm kind of half and half on. I have a love-hate relationship with I-55, so. And I'm not bad at Volusia either, but, we're just going to send it and see what happens.
Love to hear it. Hey, good to see you tonight. Great job coming from the tail with all your issues you had. Who makes the speed? Who makes this possible?
They're just Midwest Sim Sports, man. They've helped me astronomically, dude. So much help and so much teaching, for me to get better. And, Brennan Schatz, he's the one that kind of tweaked on the setup that I ran tonight. And then, Aces and Ace Designs for my wrap. I didn't run that wrap tonight, but Jeffrey, he makes insanely good stuff. And CFM setups, they make a lot of stuff that we can improve and tweak on. That kind of fits our driving styles, and y'all for putting this on, and happy Father's Day for everybody. So, yeah.
He said it there, a lot of words. I could hear it, a lot of them. But he did say Happy Father's Day, that's for sure, to all the fathers out there. That's it for the top 3 here tonight. Rumsey picking up the W. Wim Hof second with what is the most laps led this evening here at Knoxville. Lewis coming from the pits to finish P number 3. Who finished 4th? Well, that was Driscoll in car 63, and then Coyle in 81 finished out the top 5. James Dahl will leave here tonight from Knoxville as the points championship leader, but Aiden Lewis, with his 3rd place finish, will chew into that race. Well, that points lead just a little bit with just 3 races left. You heard me say it. We go to I-55 next week, Cedar Lake and Volusia on July the 12th to wrap up the season. So it's crunch time. If you want to pick up a championship, you need to pick up points. That's what Lewis did here tonight, but Dahl also having himself just a solid run here this evening. Well, that's going to do it here from Knoxville, race fans, till we catch you 1 week from now at I-55. Everybody stay safe, and we'll see you in turn 3.